Canada's universities are under siege. How ideology, emails, and coercion are crushing academic freedom. Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was researched and written by one of our Wake Up Canada News contributing reporters. Canada's universities are facing a crisis, and most people don't even know. What should be institutions of inquiry, debate, and intellectual rigor have become battlegrounds for ideological enforcement, where the free exchange of ideas is under systematic attack. The evidence is undeniable, and the testimony of cognitive scientist Steven Pinker before a committee could not be clearer. Diversity was never meant to be a weapon, but that is exactly how it's being used today. Pinker traced the origins of diversity initiatives back to the late 1970s in the USA. At first, diversity was about enhancing education, broadening perspectives, and even exposing students to different ways of thinking. The Supreme Court ruled that explicit racial quotas were unconstitutional, but it allowed universities to consider race to enrich the educational experience. That was reasonable, that was defensible. But over time, this noble goal morphed into policies that formally used race, sex, and other identity markers as criteria for admissions, hiring, and funding the D in DEI or EDI. What was intended to enrich minds has become a mechanism of control. Pinker makes a critical distinction. The diversity that matters in science and intellectual life is not demographic, it is viewpoint diversity. Assuming that all women or all racial or ethnic minorities think in the same way is a form of prejudice. Science thrives on conflict, challenge, and dissent. Human cognition is deeply biased. The strongest is what Pinker calls the my side bias, the instinctive belief that your own ideology or group is correct while rivals are ignorant or evil. The only safeguard against this is exposing ideas to critique, debate, and testing. But here in Canada, universities are systematically undermining that safeguard. Emails and letters have been sent from one university to another, pressuring entire faculties and departments to comply with DEI policies. The message is explicit. Sign petitions, align publicly with these initiatives, or face consequences. Those consequences are real. Your name's made public. Your career, your reputation, and even your ability to participate in research become vulnerable. This is not encouragement. This is intimidation. This is coercion. The parliamentary motion asking how public money is being spent on DEI programs was met not with answers or debate, but panic. Universities scrambled to enforce compliance. Coordinated letters and mass emails went out to departments demanding signatures and support. Faculty who hesitated or who questioned the policies were implicitly and, in some cases, explicitly threatened with professional repercussions. The pressure is nationwide, systematic, and it is targeting the very people who are supposed to safeguard knowledge and inquiry. This coercion does two things. First, it enforces reverse discrimination, excluding people from opportunities based on race, sex, or ethnicity. Second, and more insidiously, it chills research. Scientists, professors, and researchers are being silenced not because their ideas are wrong, but because questioning DEI initiatives has become dangerous. Censure cancellation and fear of retaliation replace debate. Inquiry is replaced with ideology. The crucible of truth, where ideas are tested and challenged, no longer exists. Steven Pinker made it crystal clear the enforcement of these policies undermines science because it suppresses viewpoint diversity, which is essential for rigorous research. And when that suppression is backed by coordinated inter-university letters and public shaming campaigns, the threat becomes systematic. This is not a local problem. It's a national one. And it's being carried out using emails, bureaucratic pressure, and ideological policing as its tools. Canada's universities are at a crossroads. They can continue down this path, sacrificing intellectual freedom for ideological conformity, or they can recognize that viewpoint diversity, the real diversity that matters, is under attack. Half the population is effectively barred from honest participation. Public funds are being spent on programs that cannot withstand scrutiny. The free exchange of ideas is being punished. And the coordinated letters, the emails, the coercion between institutions, that's how it is done across the country, systematically and with precision. This is no longer a debate about diversity. This is a crisis for science, for research, and for the very mission of our universities. If we stay silent, if we allow these policies and these coordinated campaigns to continue unchallenged, we're just not complicit. We're actually surrendering the soul of our academic institutions. And make no mistake, the time to fight back, to demand transparency, and to defend intellectual freedom is right now. Right now. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials, including Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and our website at wakeupcanadanews.com. Till next time, remember you're the voice, and it's time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder. I'll see you real soon.